Okay, so let's do a tap just to feel happier. So to get a lighter feeling in the body, and it's featuring the laughing Buddha here. He's called Dave because he reminds me of my dad, who was always laughing and joking. And the way we'll do this, if you've never done this before, then please see my other blogs about what is tapping and the specific points. But you can still join in now and just do what I do and say what I say. So if I say something, you repeat it, you tap on certain points on the body that are very easy to pick up. And the more you do it, the easier you feel and the more you can really drop into the sensations of the exercise. So think of something now, and we're not going for something too deep. We don't want to open a can of worms, but think of something that makes you feel sad. You know, it might be an issue out there in the world, something that does tug you. And on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to be looking at around a 7 or an 8, as in 10 being really, really sad, really gets to you. 1, nothing, or 0, absolutely nothing. So looking around, you know, a 6, let's say a 7, around a 7. And then we're going to tap it to the point that we really bring joy into the body. Okay, so just have a think, bring something to mind on a scale of 1 to 10, around a 7. And then just do as I do and say what I say, and all will be well. Okay, so just tapping the side of the hand. So even though I have this sadness, I love and accept myself. So you just repeat after me. Even though I have this sadness in my body, I'm open to feeling lighter, even if I can't change the situation. Even though I have this feeling in my body, I'm ready to let it go. Okay. So just coming to inside of the eyebrows here. So this feeling of sadness, and then the outside of the eyebrows, this dull feeling that weighs me down underneath the eyes. When I think of this problem, it really saps the joy out of me. Coming under the nose, this sadness. On the chin, this sadness in my body. And keep your focus on that sadness, that number 7. And then come just under the collarbone. And notice where you feel that in your body. Is it around your belly or in your heart? Just notice. And then tap the side of the body. So I feel heavy and dark. And then just at the side of the legs here, just about halfway down the body. This feeling of sadness. And then come to the top of the head. When I think of this situation, I feel really ill at ease. So we're just going to keep going with that routine. So I have this sadness. It really gets me down when I think of this situation. It is a sad situation. And although I want to feel for others and myself, I know this sadness is weighing me down. And it's not helping. And I want to acknowledge it And I want you to do just that now as we do another round. So just acknowledge that feeling. So where you feel it in your body, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just pay attention to it without trying to change it. So give it the attention that it wants from you. This feeling of grief that you're choosing to release from your body because it no longer serves you. Keep tapping through the points and breathing. Okay, and just focusing. How does that feel? Is it dull in your body? And this is something that doesn't serve you. It's not helping the situation. It doesn't help you. It debilitates you. It just makes everything feel heavy. Place your hand over your heart. And we're going to do a little exercise with the eyes while we tap in between the webbing of the ring finger and the little finger. And while we do this, you're just helping to process by moving the eyes in different ways. So just staying with this feeling of sadness. Just look up to one corner, doesn't matter which. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just acknowledging this feeling, and then look up to the other corner. Look down to one corner. And down to the other corner. And then look straight up. And imagine a clock now. You're at 12 o'clock. And we're going to take our eyes around the clock nice and slowly. So going to 1 o'clock. Doesn't matter which way you go first. 1 o'clock. And then 2 o'clock. Slowly to 3 o'clock. So you're going right round the edge of the clock. 4, 5, breathing in through the nose. 6, out through the mouth. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then go back the other way now. So going in the opposite direction, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then just moving your eyes side to side, looking one way and then the other. You know, and it may be that you don't even know where this sadness is coming from. It's just with you. It's like a low-grade buzz. All we're doing now is acknowledging it. Just give it its moment in the light. It wants to be seen. It wants to be heard. One more breath. And then just stop for a moment. And take a moment to feel your body. Just tune in. Notice how you feel. Notice that place in your body where you feel it. And have a check-in on that scale from 1 to 10. And I am going to assume that it's gone down slightly. And if it hasn't, you can just come with us anyway. Okay, just come along with this. Okay, so even though I have this heaviness, this sadness, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have this sadness, I'm open to change and I'm already feeling a little lighter. Even though I have this sadness, I know what it's like to feel light and happy. And I'm choosing to bring that feeling into my body now. Okay. So back to the sequence. So I have this sadness when I think of this situation, or maybe it's just a sadness you feel, but it has changed. I'm willing to let in a lightness, and it's already there. And I know what it feels like when sadness lifts. And I know how to be happy. And at the moment, this sadness is overbearing, and it saps joy. But I can feel it shifting. I'm opening to feel a lightness and an ease in my body. I acknowledge that there's sadness. I don't want to carry it around with me when it doesn't solve anything. I'm more resourceful when I'm happier and lighter. And I'm choosing to raise my vibration and feel lighter. So just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, with that possibility of letting in a lighter feeling. So open your heart to it, allowing that possibility of more light and ease and flow just to come in to your body. And as you're doing that, I'd just like to do this one more time. Look up. And with that feeling of light and ease, being able to process these feelings and transform them, and then look up the other way. And then down to a corner. So transforming any feelings of sadness and grief into hope, inspiration, happiness. Look down to the other corner. Straight up. And then go round the clock, nice and slowly. Round. All the time you're tapping on that sphere point in between the webbing of the little finger and the ring finger. And then just look down and sweep your eyes all the way up to 12 o'clock again with that feeling of just let it go. Hand it up. And take a moment and just have a little check-in on how you're feeling right now. And I'm assuming that you've gone down a little more on that scale. We're going to finish off, we're going to tap in the joy. So I'm feeling lighter and easier. Choose to bring more joy into my life and feel lighter and easier. And I want you to breathe in now. Bring something to mind that makes your heart sing. And you might even just imagine something amazing happening to you, or something in particular that always makes you smile. And bring that right into your body now, that feeling as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just tap your way through this sequence. Put a smile on your face. Lift your body a little more. So you're making a choice to change your state. We're going to do one more round of this to finish it off. And just repeat after me. With each tap, I feel lighter, easier, happier. And really let yourself feel this. Feel enthusiasm for life. Curiosity of what is possible, of how much joy you can feel and hold in your body. Keep smiling and tapping and breathing deeply, giving your body the okay signals. All is well. It's safe to feel joyful. It's safe to be happy. You deserve to be happy. Tapping the top, and Buddha here, Buddha Dave can vouch for that. You deserve to be happy. Deep breath in. And just sit for a moment and really let the feelings of joy and exhilaration sink deep into your core, making a choice to feel lighter and easier. And it may be now, when you think of that situation, it's a little bit more distant if you had a particular situation, but don't go rooting or looking for it too much. Just a quick check-in. Notice and acknowledge, and let that feeling of lightness and joy sink into your bones. That's what you want to hold in your habit field. So that's your default setting. And if you're feeling in a really good place now, tap the third eye. Breathe in. A few times, and you're tapping that. This is the first point on the bladder meridian that goes all the way down the back into the nervous system. It's a great way to get that really rooted into your body. So just take one more breath, big smile. Remember, you can use that whenever you want. If you're starting with sadness and you start to feel that sadness is overwhelming, then it might be that you need to work with a practitioner on this issue. And the other thing you can do, if you're finding that overwhelming, just tap in joy. Find anywhere in your life that you can feel lighter, or let your imagination go wild. Imagine yourself winning the lottery, getting that job, meeting that soulmate, whatever it is. Let yourself just go into a fantasy and breathe and tap. So there's a few ways that you can use this to really boost those happiness hormones. So how can we boost our capacity to feel joy and contentment? Is it possible? Well, yes, it is. And on April the 8th at 8 p.m, we're going to take a look at some really simple exercises that we can do to activate our happiness hormones on a daily basis so we can raise our levels of happiness. The link is in the bio. Please RSVP. And if you can't make that time, there will be a replay. So join us and let's create a really strong foundation for joy, contentment, love, laughter, and all the good things in life. See you then.